Today, the model cycles plays itself. Freebeat. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and be sure to check out my upcoming free live stream concert, Freebeat Live, 1 year later. It's on Saturday, July 31st at both 11 a.m. Pacific Time and 7 p.m. Pacific Time. Hope to see you there. Let's get started. So, obviously, today we've got the Electron model cycles in front of us, and in the past, I've done a video or two where I go into the drum track and basically fill in all 16 steps and like a kick drum and a snare drum and a hi-hat, and then we go to those tracks and we use the trigger chance / conditions knob here to make it so, the track only triggers 50% of the time, which kind of makes this random generative type of pattern, which is pretty cool on its own, right? But I wanted to take it a step further. So let me show you how we're going to do that and generate completely random patterns that basically are the equivalent of the model cycles playing itself. So I'm going to leave these three tracks as I just set them up. Basically, all I did is I went into a blank project, went into the kick drum track, turned on basically note enter mode, put it on all 16 steps for the kick, same with the snare, same with the hi-hat, then went into each of those tracks and set the chance to trigger basically to around 50% or so, 49%, 52%, and 49%. Now what we're going to do is go into track 4, which is this kind of like tom thing. Let's go ahead and slide our finger on all 16 steps and get that plugged in there. Now we'll use the chance knob here and make this track trigger only about half the time. That's pretty cool in its own right, but what if we want the track when it triggers to also play a random pitch? Well, for that, we can use the LFO. So each of our 6 tracks has one usable LFO, so let's go ahead and use that to randomly change the pitch. You see, when we hit LFO setup, we get this menu here, and we can use this blue knob, if we click it in, to select our wave shape. The very last wave shape is random. Now what we can do is set the destination to pitch. We can set our speed for the LFO. In this case, I want it to be as slow as possible. So times 1, and we'll go and set the depth to, let's set it to 15. Perfect. Now in theory, not only should the track itself trigger at random times, but each note should be random that it triggers as well. It's not going to sound great, but it is going to be a lot of fun. Let's listen. Okay, right out of the gate, I can tell that 15 is way too much depth. Let's set it to, let's try 10. Let's increase our decay so we can hear those notes a little better. Yeah, that's definitely working. Just as intended. Like I said, it's not going to sound good, but it is going to be fun. So let's go into track 5, which, by the way, this is just a blank project. Not sure if I mentioned that or not. All of the tracks are just their default settings. So track 5 is set to the tone engine. So let's go into the LFO setup and do the same thing. Wave shape, random. Speed is going to be times 1. Destination is going to be pitch. Let's set our depth here to only 5. And really quick, I guess we should turn on note input mode and put all of the steps in as well. And change the track chance to about 50%. Let's hit play and listen. Shorten the decay. Gonna bring down the volume. Mess with like the color. Okay, I'm really enjoying this actually. A lot of fun. Now let's go ahead and set track 6 to another tone machine. I don't want to use the chord machine because we'd have to worry about like chord shape and stuff, and that could get really messy really fast. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this to tone. There we go. But we're going to basically do the same thing we did for track 5 on track 6. So all 16 of our steps there. Track chance at about 48% sure. LFO setup. Shape is random, speed is 1, destination is pitch, and let's set it to -5 this time on the depth. All right, here we go. Don't worry, we are going to mess with some of these parameters in just a minute. But let's go ahead and take advantage of the LFO on our traditional drum tracks too. So for the kick, let's go ahead and send a random LFO to the pitch. Or no, sorry, to the sweep. Yeah, there we go. And let's set the depth to 10. Let's see how that sounds. Here we go. Not super noticeable, so let's increase the speed a little. There we go. Kind of wild. All right, track 2, I believe. Yep, snare drum, okay. Random LFO shape. Let's set speed to 8. Let's just send this to volume and distortion. That could be dangerous, but that's okay. Depth we're gonna set to, oh boy, 14.1. All right, here we go. Let's increase the decay. That's actually not terrible. And finally, for track 3, which is set to hi-hat, I think I want to send the LFO to the decay, so the decay is different each time. So, random LFO shape, speed is at 1, destination is decay, and let's crank this up to like 55. Let's bring it down a little bit, 35, 30, there we go. So now it sounds like just uncontrolled chaos, which that's what it is. But this is the model cycles literally playing itself. And now we can have some fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold function and press temporary save. That's gonna save this to a temporary pattern. Then I'm gonna hit play, and I'm going to use the parameters to control all 6 tracks at once. And the way I do that is by holding the track button first and then turning the knobs. And that'll be our closing jam. So here we go. And there we go. Function plus pattern returns us to the original pattern. And we are once again jamming with something very strange. Now, I know that wasn't practical at all, but it just goes to show some of the fun things that you can do with the Electron sequencer. I do believe this would work on really any Electron device. Just super intuitive and awesome to use sequencers. So much stuff you can do with them. They're very versatile and very fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, be sure to leave a like on the video. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.